for joining in today. Welcome to our webinar on AI-powered solar panel inspection and report automation using AeroMegh Intelligence. I am Garima Sachdeva, moderator for today's webinar. In this session, we'll explore how AeroMegh Intelligence leverages drone-based GeoAI to automate the end-to-end inspection process using high-resolution imagery and deep learning algorithms for accurate identifications and mapping. The platform enables faster, more accurate mapping, automated feature detection, change monitoring, and intelligent decision making across urban development projects, whether it's zoning analysis, land use classification, road network extraction, or infrastructure inspection. AeroMegh automates it all, significantly reducing manual effort while enhancing data precision and accessibility for planners and decision makers. Today, I'm delighted to introduce Ms. Kanchan Borade, Head of Product Engineering and AI Strategist at PDRL. She is a pivotal technical leader ensuring the operational excellence and seamless functionality of AeroMegh Intelligence platform. With her deep expertise in drone technology, operations, and robust AI driven software solutions, she bridges advanced GeoAI capabilities with real world urban planning needs. Ms. Burade will today guide us through how aeromic intelligence is transforming the way cities are planned, managed using drone intelligence and AI powered geospatial automation. Welcome, Ms. Kanchan, and uh, thank you everyone today for joining in. Ma'am, I would like to give you the stage to present it further. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Garima. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the today's session. That is uh, from beyond the grid and when cities start to think. So it's all about urban planning with Geo AI. We are going to see how Geo AI is transforming the urban planning. Uh, I'm Kanchan and I'll be your host for the next 60 minutes. We have something truly exciting in the store for you today. Not just another the tech showcase, but a look at how the technology is actively and actually reshaping the very close cities we live in, and from the way we plan the roads and the buildings, and to how we tackle the floods, the traffics, the encroachments, the green spaces. And yes, this is about the transforming everyday urban life for the millions of people like us. In between, we'll be going to have some quizzes just to see how our attendees are attentive. So, yeah, let's start. So, just starting with, I just want to share the actual thing with you. Uh, just imagine the picture of Mumbai in 1976. Some of uh, some of you must be there, and you must have heard the stories from your parents that the city was booming, but the urban planning was all about paper blueprint, the push pins, and the plenty of the guesswork. And the flyover that could almost 6 years to build, all the flyovers, around 6 to 10 years to build, and only to shit the traffic jam again 500 meters ahead. And yes, we all can correlate that the Mumbai means traffic. That's the reason most of the people opt for the local trains, right? So sound, it must be sound familiar to all of you. So now fast forward to 2025, a drone maps and the entire city blocks in a minute, capturing ultra clear 4K data, capturing the high resolution imagery. AI instantly flags the illegal structure, the measures, the roads, then the encroachments, even the counts of the tree. And this is not the tomorrow's promise. It's like today's reality, which we can see with the help of the drone imagery. And that's where we welcome the power of Geo AI. Yes, this is all the power of Geo AI. This is not about the traditional planning, or we are not relying on the traditional planning. This is all possible just because of Geo AI. So we can say that in like in the 21st century, we in the 21st century city, we see that it's very complex, crowded, and all the cities are changing nowadays. So by the year of 2050, I can imagine that almost 7 out of 10 people on the earth will live in cities, because everyone is moving from villages to city. That means the billion of people sharing the same roads, they're going to share the same water supply, the electricity, all the public places, etc., etc. But the real problem is cities don't always grow in an organized way. You have to plan it accordingly. You have to think for the future. You have to think for the next 10 or 20, or you have to think for the decades. And accordingly, you have to plan for that city. Because if you don't do that, then roads will become overcrowded. uh, the rules about where the buildings can be made, that is zoning, that will again become the outdated. The pollution, of course, whenever we think of the city, we think of the pollution and the other environmental problems which are increasing nowadays because of traffic, because of climate change, because of crowded. So yes, environmental problem are keeping increasing nowadays due to these problems. So traditional city planning can't keep up with the speed of the change. As we know that the cities are changing with the speed, and it's like trying to update the paper map while the city is changing every single day. And if we rely on the paper maps, it won't work. So there comes the Geo AI, there comes the drone imagery, satellite imagery, and doing the planning over the aerial imagery. Because if city is changing every single day, we have to increase our speed of planning, and we have to go with the Geo AI. So let's have one poll just to get an idea from you guys as well. Just tell me what is your opinion. Just a second, I'll write that question. What's your opinion that the biggest challenge in the urban growth? Traffic transport, or the illegal construction, or the environmental degradation, or what? The data unavailability. Let me put this in the chat section, and I need your polls. Just a second. Yeah, I'll repeat the question. In your opinion, what's the biggest challenge in the urban growth? Traffic and transport, illegal construction, environmental degradation, and the data unavailability. Let me know your answer in the chat section. And yes, we'll continue. We'll continue with the next thing. So, what is GeoAI? Let's understand the GeoAI. You all must be familiar with GeoAI. It is just nothing but the geospatial data and the AI, that is artificial intelligence. We run the analytics on the aerial imagery. We take the predictive actions that we call as a GeoAI. It allows us to move from the reactive to predictive planning. So that is only possible with the help of GeoAI. And we are talking about blending drone imagery, satellite data, or the maps, and the machine learning to detect the urban patterns, to have the predictive growth analysis, to make the decision in the real time. Yes, all decisions will be evidence proof decision with the help of GeoAI. That won't be like with the help of as most of the cities are rely on the traditional planning, and they just do the planning and the actions or the decision with the help of whatever they see, and those most of the time they don't have the evidence for their decisions. So yes, with the help of GeoAI, the decisions will be made in the real time, and those decisions will be evidence proof decisions. Let's have one real time example. uh, you all must have heard Singapore city. So Singapore is the great example how how technology can make the city smarter and the safer. They use Geo AI to watch out for the floods in the real time. They used sensors, satellite, and the AI work together to predict where the flooding might happen. And the alert goes to the right authorities before it's too late about the floods or about everything. They also run the digital zoning simulation. That is the method used in urban planning, which means that they can test what hashtag what if scenarios. What if this thing happens? What if this thing happens? And what if this thing happens? And how can they take the decision? This kind of scenario on the virtual map before making any big decisions about the land, about the land use or the construction. This thing of the digital simulation, digital zoning simulation is used, and this saves both the time and money, and that helps avoid the costly mistakes. In India also there are two cities, Pune and Hyderabad. So they are also using Geo AI for their planning. In Pune, Maharashtra, you must have heard Nigdi Pradhikaran. So Nigdi Pradhikaran is the real-time example of urban planning. If you have ever visited Nigdi Pradhikaran, you'll come to know how that planning has been done by Pune city with the help of all this technology. Even in Pune nowadays, the drone combines with the AI and are being used to detect the illegal constructions instead of depending on the slow manual inspection on the authorities. Scan the entire areas from the sky, that is with the help of again drone or the satellite imagery, and they actually spot the violation quickly. We call it as an encroachment. Even in Hyderabad, the same drone and AI approach is helping optimizing the waste collection route. Yeah, they are using it to optimize the waste collection route. That garbage truck no longer needs to follow the same fixed route with the help of Google Maps. But yeah, every day the same route, I mean every day that truck is been suggested with the shortest at the most efficient path, that helps them to find out the exact location of the garbage, that saves their fuel, their time, and of course the resources, uh, while keeping the whole city clean. So yes, so Hyderabad is also using the Geo AI, we can say, to clean the city for the garbage optimization. Yeah, moving further. Um, so let's again have a quick quiz or question, we can say, just to check the attention. Which Indian city is using Geo AI to optimize the garbage truck routing or the routing, we can say. Options are Jaipur, Hyderabad, Pune, and Bangalore. I'll again copy and paste this question in the chat section, And yeah, I expect the answer from you guys. And yes, of course, if you know any other city who is using the same use case for their like planning or for their cities, so let me know that city as well. So that's about the Geo AI. We, like, as I told you, how Geo AI has been useful for planning the urban cities. Now let's evaluate how PDRL's AeroMegh Intelligence platform is helping uh, is helping in the urban planning with the help of Geo AI. So what exactly AeroMegh is? AeroMegh is a platform which which do the analytics over the aerial imagery, which actually which actually draws the actionable insight from the drone data, which draws the actionable insight from the satellite data or from the aerial data, we can say. It's very simple. You must be familiar with AeroMegh platform. It's very simple to use. You just need to upload the aerial imagery that should be in the TIFF format, and then we have the wonderful task like the training, detection, and then the report generation. So you just need to upload your imagery. You just need to draw the annotations, very few annotation, 10 or 20 or 50, that's it. And after that you just need to run the training task. We have the patented algorithm for the optimized, what we can say, for the optimized training. We have the scalable infrastructure in the back end of the AeroMegh, so that if you want to train the detector in a very less time, yes, we have the scalable infrastructure. If you want the more accuracy, we have our optimized modified algorithms for the training. So let's have the demo of a quick demo of AeroMegh Intelligence. Let me share my screen. Is it visible? No.
No, ma'am. Now it is.
Okay, yeah. So this is the dashboard of AeroMegh platform. Uh, you can see number of things. Just a second. Yeah. So you can see the dashboard, the projects, the detector section. On the dashboard, you have all the number of projects, then the number of images, number of detectors, the storage in terms of how many images are stored in your account, then the processing, how many images you have processed so far, the detectors you have in your account. So that all comes under the processing part. Then you can have a quick access to the projects and for the detectors, even for the geotiff imagery. All right, this is about the dashboard. So let's have a quick overview for the projects where we can create the projects. Yeah. So where we can create the new project, or you can access the project whatever you have in your account. So this is the account where I have this much of project. You can see the count of the project. You can quickly access this project, and then you can see how much area has been covered under that project. Then we have the detector section after projects. So in the detector, that is nothing but the ML model. We have the terminology called as detector in AeroMegh Intelligence, but yeah, in general that is called as a ML model, uh, which we have in this section. And this account almost have the 18 detectors ready with them for the different purposes. For example, the tank detector, the tree detector, the car detector, the solar, and the and so on. So these type of detectors are present in this account. So let's have the quick view for the urban planning. So yeah, this is the project we have made as a urban planning, and we have uploaded one ortho mosaic into it that was around 21.5 GB. Here you can see the whole ortho mosaic. We have ran four different detectors on it. First is a tank detector, then the car detector, then the rooftop, and then we have a tree. So this much detections we do have in this particular area. Now I'll tell you why this is important. Now why we are doing this on the AeroMegh and how it will help in the urban planning. So first you can see I ran one detector that is called as the tank detector, where we found 3821 tank on the roof of that urban area. So you can see if let's zoom here. Here you can see the tank which has been detected on the roof. So with the help of this tank and with the help of the number of this tank, firstly it will give the area and the height. So with the help of that you can check the volume for that particular tank, or you will come to know the capacity of the tank. So based on the number of the tanks you will come to know that how much of water supply is being done, or how much water supply is there in that particular urban area. So again, with the help of this number of tank, the planning becomes easy, right? So next detector we have as a car. So let's focus on the car. How many cars are present in the urban area? So based on the car I come to know, yes, of course, we can say we'll come to know the growth of that urban area. If the cars are parked, that means I can see that how the growth is going on in that particular urban area. If vehicle is parked in a illegal way, or that urban area has the parking system available in and around, so yes, that also I can determine. So so before planning I'll come to know this is the problem, this area does not have the parking availability, so accordingly that planning can be done. Or we'll come to know how many cars are being parked illegally. So that is also one aspect for the car detector. Then we have the rooftops, of course. So in a if you know the government policies in a particular area, they define that this much number should be there, or this number of houses should be built in that particular area. For example, if you talk about 1 kilometer square, then government defines that 1 kilometer square area should have, for example, 100 houses built in. But yeah, with the help of that we detect the number of rooftops, and after detecting rooftops we'll come to know how many houses are present in the particular defined area. If that is violating the number which is defined by the government, that can be escalated, and that will help in the urban planning. So of course this detector is very important as far as the urban planning is concerned. Next is a tree. So yeah, again we have identified how many trees are present in the urban area. If that is crowded, again the number of trees are very important. I should, whenever I'm doing some planning for the urban, I should also plan for the environmental things. I should also look after the environmental safety for all the human beings living there. So of course I need to see how many plants or how many trees are planted in that particular urban area, and the particular area or the specific area should be defined or should be assigned for the trees. So yes, this will as we have run the four different two different detector and four different classes. So tanks, car, then the rooftop and the trees, these are just for the experimental purpose we have done this. But of course there are so many things which can be detected in a particular area, and those will help the authorities for the planning of the urban area. Now also here we can also detect encroachment in the given area, or the road where most of the time the defined road length or the defined road width is not followed in that area. So of course that also can be detected. The river side can be detected, the bodies can be detected. There are so many things which can be detected, and those number of classes or those number of detection area will help us to do the urban planning, or will help the government authorities to do the urban planning. So yeah, this is the capability of AeroMegh Intelligence to build the classes with a very, I mean, to build the detector with a very few annotations. You can see we have just annotated like 20 or 30 tanks. Out of that, we have detected 3,821 tanks in a very smaller area. Same for the car, then the rooftops, then the trees. That again depends on how many annotations you are doing, how annotations you are doing, what is the way of annotation you are doing, how correctly you are doing. Also, that matters. So, of course, this AeroMegh Intelligence help us to detect the certain classes, to detect the certain objects, which helps the urban planning. We also can see the report generated. Let's move further for the report. AeroMegh Intelligence help us to generate the report. Here you just need to go to the report section. We have, as I said, we use two different detectors. So one is the tank, second is the car roof and the tree detector. You can see this is how the PDF report is generated. Here you can see the name of the user, then the name of the project, and this is how the detection is visible in the report section. So let's have a rooftop section. Here the trees are highlighted. You can see the locations, the latitude and the longitude of the particular detection has been mentioned. That is, we called it as a GeoAI, where we get the exact coordinate of the detections, and with the help of those detections the certain actions can be taken. Just a second, I'm loading the rooftop things to show you how the area is calculated, how the perimeter is calculated. Then let's go to the last page possible. Yeah. Here you can see the tank is detected. You can see the exact location of the tank. Then the area has been covered by the tank. Of course, as I said, AI is all about garbage in, garbage out. So, however you annotate the things, you'll get the detections accordingly. Okay, so that is about the report generation of the urban planning. Let's go for the tank if we have. Okay, that's fine. So this is so let's summarize the features of the AeroMegh Intelligence. As I said, we have three different things in AeroMegh Intelligence. First is the project creation. We have the dashboard. Then we can create our own detector and do the training. And with the help of detector, we can do the detections. And those detections can be put together with the help of report. Right. So this is for the AeroMegh. Let's move further. Let me share you the presentation again. So yeah, one more thing which I forgot to tell you, that for the detections we can also export everything as a GeoJSON, or you can directly import the AutoCAD file or the Chef files, which can be overlay on the orthomosaics, which will help us for the, again, for the urban planning. If you have some reference, or any government authorities must have, or they have that reference planning in the format of shapefile, or in the form of GeoJSON, or in the form of AutoCAD file. So that can be directly overlay on the orthomosaics, and that can be taken as a reference. And yes, the progress monitoring can be done, or with the help of the reference, the changed detection report also can be generated with the help of AeroMegh Intelligence. So again, like, let's do something interactive again. So imagine you are a city planner of the growing city or the town, we can say, and you see a spike in a illegal construction near a river. uh, okay, or we can say the encroachment near a river. So what would you do using AeroMegh? I want the answer using AeroMegh. Uh, Again, the options are: you'll detect the riverbank encroachment, you'll flag the violations to the authorities, you'll generate the report for the authorities, or you will simulate the flood risk due to the narrowing channels. Let me again put this question in the chat section. Yeah, I need your answer. I just want to know what will you do with the help of AeroMegh, right? Not with the help of. I don't want your general opinion. I want your opinion. What will you do with the AeroMegh platform? All right. So yeah, one more thing, that yes, AeroMegh Intelligence is again. Like, it is not only about the drone imagery, it is also about uh, the satellite imagery, any aerial imagery you can upload in the AeroMegh Intelligence, and you can do the analytics. Let's go through the benefits of the AeroMegh. To summarize the AeroMegh platform, let's talk about the benefits which are provided by AeroMegh Intelligence. So with the AeroMegh city planning, that changes completely. As I said, as I have shown you, that the number of detections, so the planning will change completely. What once let's see, if it took month for the field survey, walking through the street, measuring the roads and checking the land records, and can now be just done in a minutes. You just need to upload the aerial imagery, you just need to do the annotations of the certain object, and you'll see the detections. With the help of detections, you will generate the report, and yes, that report will help you for the planning. So the days or the months thing can be done just in a minute with the help of AeroMegh Intelligence. It also inclusive. That means it does not just focus on the well developed areas, but it helps the planner to find the under served zones that may lack of the basic service, like a water, or the proper roads, or the green spaces, or the lack of the trees in that particular area, of course. So AeroMike is a scalable, whether it's for the small town or for the mega cities. The same tool work without needing the massive infrastructure changes in the back end. And most importantly, it creates a real time feedback loop. That means the moment the change happens on the ground, as I told you, we can do the change detection report, or we can do the change detection task, or generate the change detection report. With the help of that, the small changes or the change happen on the ground, and that will get reported on the AeroMegh. So just like new building going up, or the road getting damaged, or the green spaces are shrinking, the planner, our planner can see it, or our AeroMegh change detection feature can observe it and can create the report for you. And of course, that decides on an action and follow, that will help you to follow quickly. So those are the features of AeroMegh which are very useful for the urban planning. Going for the future roadmap, yeah, these are the things I have already presented you. These are the report types of the report which we can generate with the help of AeroMegh Intelligence. Yeah, this is how the report is generated. Yeah, this is very important thing, the benefits, the benefits which we get for the urban planning with the AeroMegh Intelligence. Again, just to summarize the things I told you in the detail, but just to summarize the things: evidence based decision making, and it inclusive planning for the underserved areas, then the real time feedback loop, and also saves the cost and resilience. So yeah, these are the detections which I have already seen. Future enhancement, this is the thing which I was talking about. We are working on the focusing real time drone and the satellite feeds, mostly on satellite feeds, because yeah, drone imagery, it's very difficult to get it in real time. But if you have the satellite imagery in the TIFF format, that can be fed to AeroMegh, that will be adaptive for the urban planning model, and automated scenario based zoning can be done with the help of satellite imagery and with the help of AeroMegh Intelligence. Then coming to the conclusion, GeoAI, it is not the another tech tool. It's like giving the cities a brand new operating system. Yes, I'm calling it as a brand new operating system because it is like a it is not just a tech tool, but yeah, it is like your phone runs on the OS and that keeps everything connected and working smoothly. GeoAI can do that for the entire city. The single phone which is doing for you, the same GeoAI tool or the AeroMegh platform can do it for the city. That is why I'm calling it as a operating system. And yes, it is again help you for the connecting data, people, and the decisions in one's intelligent loop. And with the with the AeroMegh, we have taken this powerful technology and made it very simple enough for the government, for the architects, for the city planner, for the students, for the hobbyists, for the geo AI specialist, for the GIS specialist, for the, yeah, for everyone who looks after their cities, who want to look after their cities. Yeah, we are providing the insights. We are providing the simple platform, and through that platform, the insights are provided. So without needing to be an AI expert, you need not to be an AI expert at all for using the AeroMegh Intelligence tool or AeroMegh Intelligence platform. You need not to write a single line of code. I tell you, this is the no code platform. You need not to do the single. You need not to write a single line of code to get the insight, to get the AI insight from your imagery, from your data for the future of your city. I can assure you that. And now it's time to change how we think about our city planning. So instead of reacting to the problem, instead of always complaining about the crowding city, complaining about the traffics and the problems after they happen, let's have a start planning for the resilience, so our cities can adapt it, can recover, and can thrive no matter what challenge come our way. So of course, this is a real thought for the urban planning. whatever going to happen in the future that can be uh, prohibited, we can say, in the present time. So today we so let's have the quick overview. Today we have seen how GeoAI powered by AeroMegh platform can turn city data into real actionable change. It's not just about the technology, it's about building smarter, safer, and more inclusive cities for the future. The real This is the real tool. These tools are here, the insights are instant, and the next move is ours. Let's be the generative, or let's be that just using the generative AI, using the AeroMegh intelligence, we can say using artificial intelligence, machine learning, each kind of every kind of AI. Let's be that generation that plans ahead and not just catch up. All right. So yeah, thank you so much. And now I would love to hear your questions. Let's move further for the question and answer round. Garima, over to you.
Thank you so much, Kanchan ma'am. And it was a very insightful webinar today and quite interactive. And we got to know a lot of things. And thank you for your feedback on how we can transform urban development and how we are tackling this use case using AeroMegh Intelligence. Now, over to the community and the people who have joined in today. How do you think we can help you out, or any other questions you have in your mind, or uh, any feedback or any questions, anything? We are very much open to all of it. We'll be happy to answer. So, anybody, any questions? Anyone, any questions? You can write in your chat box also. We'll be happy to take the questions. Okay, okay, let's close this today. Thank you so much, Kanchan ma'am, today for, yeah. Yes, Mr. Manish, can you tell how accurate it is? So, Kanchan ma'am, over to you. If they want to know how accurate is the detector.
Yeah, thank you, Manish, for the question. As I said, AI is all about the garbage in and garbage out. So it all depends on the number of annotation, the data, the clarity of the data, the resolution of the data which you are using. But yeah, we have the strong algorithms in the back end. So with the very few annotations, you'll get a very good accuracy. Uh, the demo which I have shown you guys, that detector was having accuracy more than 90%. So yeah, I can claim if you go with the AeroMegh intelligence, you'll definitely get the accuracy more than 90 or 95%. Because we are not using open source algorithms in the backend, we are not using the public algorithms in the backend. We have actually worked and optimized those algorithms for the very few annotation and for the higher accuracy. Yes, Garima.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Manish, for your question. Now, anybody else, uh, if they would like to ask any question or they have any comments to make? Okay, thank you so much for today, ma'am. And thank you everyone for joining in today. It was a lovely session, and hope we were able to showcase you how drones and GIS is transforming urban development, urban infrastructure using AeroMegh Intelligence, and how our platform is making the change in the society and in geospatial world. So we'll be more than happy to take your feedbacks and your questions over the emails, and we'll be looking forward. And thank you so much, Kanchan ma'am, for today's wonderful session. And we'll be looking forward to many more to come. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today.
Yeah, thank you, Garima. Thank you so much.
Good day. Good day, everyone.